And the big story on Action News are the breaking new details in the investigation into the deadly terror attack in New Orleans.
And sources now tell ABC News that the suspect acted alone in carrying out the attack early yesterday morning.
Investigators reviewed surveillance video more closely to reach that conclusion. According to sources, authorities now believe the suspect planted improvised explosive devices himself.
And he then changed clothes before he got behind the wheel of that pickup truck and ran down dozens of people celebrating the New Year on Bourbon Street. Authorities now say 14 people were killed, more than 35 were injured.
ABC's Christian Cordero has more from today's update.
For much of the day, Bourbon Street has sat quiet, with police barricades keeping it closed. The intersection where the attack happened now washed clean as Louisiana's governor steps behind the police tape to meet with officials. Just over a day ago, a driver in this white pickup truck drove 3 blocks down Bourbon before crashing into a crowd celebrating the new year. Law enforcement giving an update this morning.
We do not assess at this point that anyone else involved in this attack except for Shamsa Din Jabbar, the subject you've already been briefed on.
At the White House today, President Biden meeting with a Homeland Security team at the Situation Room. At least 15 people were killed, dozens injured. This morning, witnesses tell their harrowing stories of survival.
We were in the middle of the street. The truck was coming right towards us, but luckily we did see it and hear it quickly enough to get ourselves out of the street, but unfortunately, right in front of us, several others did not.
Officials say the driver, who they've identified as 42-year-old Texas-born Shamsu Din Jabbar, got out of the rented truck after crashing, firing at police with an assault rifle. 2 officers were injured. The suspect is now dead. An ISIS flag was seen attached to the back of the truck.
First and foremost, let me be very clear about this point. This was an act of terrorism. It was premeditated and an evil act.
In light of the attack, the Sugar Bowl game between Notre Dame and Georgia was pushed back from last night to today. The Department of Homeland Security's investigations team is stepping in to help with security. Christian Cordero, ABC News, New Orleans.
Authorities have now announced a series of safety and security measures ahead of this afternoon's Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. The college football playoff game was originally scheduled for last night, as you heard, but it was postponed in the wake of the attack. Homeland Security is helping with security on the outside of the Superdome where that game will be played. Fans can expect to see bomb-sniffing dogs and a full lockdown of the area surrounding the stadium until the game is over. Spectators are asked to arrive early to allow for more time at security checkpoints. Kickoff is scheduled for 4 this afternoon.